Y'all, we live in difficult times. There's war, political unrest, the pandemic, poverty, families being torn, communities ripped by gun violence and people dying every day. Police, injustice, it's all bringing so much pain. But y'all, we can look inside our minds and we can understand who we are, become better, and do this thing like we've never done it before. But it all starts with our mental health, and I know we can do it. I believe in you because I believe in me, and I believe in us. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Therapy is Life, and this time, I don't have music, but I'll say ding 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 wipe out.
Oh,
okay.
wipe out.
Thinking,
Not
feeling,
wipe
and
out.
experiencing well-being is what we do.
Yeah.
Today, we're gonna go back and we're gonna talk about the lessons of the river. What can the river teach us about life? What can water teach us about life? One part hydrogen, 2 parts oxygen.
Okay, come with the science.
And I believe that water is never wet.
Water is never wet. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, water is never wet.
My daughter loved breaking that. Is water wet? She loved like bringing that up when she just want to crack your brain right quick about something, man. She loved doing that.
It's a good one.
And it's a mind play that we actually even feel wetness. It's a sensory thing, but we are never actually.
Isn't that crazy?
And that's crazy.
It's kind of deep.
Just like
Kind of deep.
Yeah, it is when you think about
you
it.
never push, you always pull. Like,
Yeah.
But what are some lessons we can learn from water? I got my residents here from the Cleveland. This is for you, my way of Florida. My way of North
Right, you gotta call out the Florida. You gotta call out the Florida.
You know, it gets so hot in Florida. Man, I'm in Florida, right? I'm visiting my family, and it is so sticky, and we're going out. And like my mom's family is really, really close knit.
Yeah.
So my uncle reaches out to me. He says, "Oh, so when we go out tonight, we all wearing jeans." It's in the middle of the summer. I'm at this point living in Cleveland. I ain't been living in the South for years now, and they want to wear jeans out.
You
And I
trying
feel like
You trying to come out in swimming trunks?
are y'all serious?
Short shorts, huh? He was like,
Are y'all serious, man?
Did you wear the jeans?
I wore the jeans.
Of course you wore
Because I
the
wanted to be compliant with the family
Yeah.
thing. But my uncle had a point, say we all wearing jeans. Like, so that meant, I had to dress
to.
up.
Right. He was letting you know,
accordingly.
this is what we doing.
But you know what? The craziest thing, though, even crazier, we down in Florida, and my sons, right? They wearing hoodies.
Oh, yeah.
Black hoodies.
Yeah.
In the middle of the summer.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at them like, y'all gotta
yeah.
be burning up.
That's a new age thing,
It
though,
is.
man. I think I think it's because they don't go outside enough.
Right.
So I think their body is just like conditioned different.
Yep.
Like when you go outside and you used to some vitamin D, like your blood flow is different. I think their blood flow is just real thin.
Yep.
Something to it.
Because why is that a thing? It don't matter.
I don't know how they can do it, man.
100 degrees, black hoodie. Doing too much. Crazy. I'm trying to place it. Oh. Okay.
I know, Nutcracker again. Like,
I'm about to say,
that's the walk to the flowers.
water song?
Yeah,
or?
That's actually walks to the flowers.
Okay.
But the last one was, I think the soldiers marching or whatever. And God, man, look, I like classical music too. So sometimes I sit in my car and I listen to it. But we talking about water today, man, and what it does. Seriously,
Yeah.
it's such an important part of life, man. And I thought we can learn so much from it. Like you think about the primary elements. You got earth,
Yeah.
you got fire, you got air, and you got water, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, like airbender. But this ain't show about the last airbender, so we're not gonna go there. But I want to talk about water and what it does for us. And so I was curious before we get real deep off into to what we can learn from the river is what you guys remember as a child, some of your like an early memory you had about water that was positive, negative, whatever. It could be neutral.
That's a nostalgic thing for me, being from Florida. Like you never, water's never too far, I think that's like just growing up, like grounding yourself like in the water, like like just those sounds of like the waves and the oceans. Like I remember like being young and just like hearing that. You know what I mean? That's what I listen to go to bed. Like it's like, oh gosh, it's so calming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So when I think about being in Florida and being at the beach, I oftentimes remember how it feels when the wave comes in and it covers your feet and then it goes out and it feels like the sand underneath your feet is like
It's taking it away. Yeah.
It's like taking it away, man.
Yeah.
Like take it away from me. Okay.
What about you, Ma? What's your memory?
I'm a Northeastern Ohio guy, man. So, people, unbeknownst to a lot of people, man, we are off the Great Lakes.
This is true. This is true.
So I have a lot of great memories of Lake Erie with my grandfather taking me fishing. We used to fish from the banks of 55th all the way up to Sandusky, all the way out to Menor. And, fishing was a huge part of my upbringing. Crazy enough, I haven't fished in the past 25 years, but it still was something that I just always remember. It was just therapeutic, man. Like just very relaxing, chill. The water has always been something that has awed me, because it's just like so abundant, and when you look at water, you feel little in comparison to like the big bodies of water.
It's true.
And so it just makes your problems feel like, man, look at this big water. Look at this, my little things I'm going through in life are minute in comparison to this vast thing. Right. And so, and I was a swimmer, so my parents got me in the YMCA swimming class as a toddler. So I love water, it's therapeutic. I got a little Michael Phelps in me.
For real?
A little bit of Michael Phelps in me. You know what I'm saying? I killed a stereotype that brothers can't swim. How about that?
Why is that a thing? I never understood that.
Well, you know what? It is a thing because what's the movie now? This movie I did see. What's the movie with
is Terrence Howard in it?
With Terrence Howard.
I seen that movie.
How they took the swimming pools from the urban neighborhoods.
Wow.
So there was a reason why black people don't swim like that, because the all once gentrification and those time frames went down, they stopped taking care of the urban pools. So we didn't have pools to learn to swim at. But it's not because we can't swim. It's just because we didn't have the access to
it. Gotcha.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
That's good. I gotta say, man, like when y'all talk about water, man, my real first love of water was the Pasquotank River off the Albemarle Sound in a small city called Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I lived there as a kid, man.
Okay.
Man, that's a beautiful river, man. And in fact, I don't know, not now, but for a long time, that was like my screensaver on my phone.
Yeah.
Was that river. Me and my dad used to go fishing down there, and I used to go crabbing down there. So I learned how to crab, get some chicken wings with a string, get you a net,
What?
Go down and get you some blue crabs, be killing it. And like I would go down there with my friends. We get a bucket or go down there and get the blue crabs, put them in the thing, and on our bicycle, put them on the edge of the bicycle.
Come on
yeah,
now.
we did that too.
You did that too?
I did that too,
wow.
man.
Oh my God, you did that.
Oh man, I did that too.
Yeah, man.
Little bucket
Take them
on
home
there.
and,
Take 'em
and clean
home.
them and cook them and
Well, you
eat
ain't
'em.
have to clean them.
You ain't have to clean them. You
them.
just
Eat them?
you just throw them.
Throw them in the,
Throw 'em in the water.
thing. Put some seasoning in there. Boil them, man.
Man.
And then the crabs be ready to go.
Oh,
boy.
okay. Well, it's crab. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about the process of cleaning fish.
Right,
So,
right,
Yeah,
right.
so you
Uh-huh.
have to do that. All you needed was some string, a chicken wing, and a net.
The boys with
Man.
the smack, they was good.
Yeah, you put a little water, make sure you got some water in there, so they can
Oh.
be down in there and get on your bike and be nice
Yes.
and careful.
And they like trying to come out the bucket. Oh man, you just brought back this crazy memory. I just remember, and I was the only girl. Like I lived in a neighborhood full of boys. Like and I had a little sister, but we would literally like it would be two of us on the bike. So you know how you like stand on it, so you on somebody's shoulder. They got the bucket. We roll.
cool.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
just wild in the world. 11 years old, 11, 12 years old,
See?
catching crabs. Like
That jump
man.
that jump was good. It'd be so
Yes.
fresh, man.
Man.
And another thing
Yeah.
about that area, because of where it was at, you get big. I had this friend named Chris, man. He was such a good fisherman, and he would get big bass, man. Just be out there in that water, big bass, man. It'd be nice. Matter of fact, he was in the newspaper a few times for his
Oh wow.
catching fish. I would go
Okay.
down there and fish with my dad and everything, and he would catch some fish. I would catch some fish. It was cool. But we used to have some good times just talking and stuff like that. But one of my fondest memories, I wrote a play about this, man. I called it The Big Splash. So I was told by my mom and dad I could go down to the Mayfest with my friends.
Yeah.
But they wanted me to be home before it was dark. So I had to be about, let me guess, I was in 7th grade. So yeah, so about 14, somewhere right around there, right? So I go down there because I could walk. It was probably maybe a half a mile or so to the Pasquotank River, to the river's front. I'm out there chilling. We talking, hanging out, doing all kind of different stuff. It started getting dark outside. There was this girl I knew named Lisa. She was kind of a tomboy, and she was like real cool. So I went over and started talking to her, and we just kept talking and chopping it up. And next thing you know, it was dark.
So no.
Uh-oh.
So
Street lights on.
I'm headed out, right? I'm headed out, man. And I'm walking down by the river. And all of a sudden, these boys come and grab me from behind. And I recognize their voice. One of them was a guy named Fred. And I was like, oh, that's Fred. And then there was another guy, Stefan. And then there was another guy named Ray. And then I realized they all were like high school boys. And I thought about it. I was like, I wonder if Fred trying to get me because a few days before that, I had got into it with his little brothers.
And set you up.
Them beats, they come back to get you.
So they got me like 6 of them, man. They holding me down. I'm trying to put away from them. And they take me down to the end of the pier, bruh.
No.
Like they about to drown you?
So they start swinging me.
No.
And I'm thinking, like, what is he trying to do? I'm trying to pull away. Then I'm thinking, I better not try to pull right now because I might fall in the river. And what they do, they throw me, man. I'm falling. And then boom, I hit the pier, but then one of them kicked me in the water.
Come on, man.
Yeah, kicked me in the water. So I like go into the water a little bit. And next thing you know, I'm sitting there, these two melanemic girls, they try to jump in and try to save me. I'm like, I'm cool, I swim out. and then this cop sees me, he comes like, you good? I was like, yeah, I'm good and everything. He's like, all right. He's like, well, go home and tell your parents, if they want to do anything with it. I see them running all over the place. So I walk home and everything. I walk in, my mom look at my clothes, and like,
Right.
what?
Now, how old were you again?
I had to be about 13 or 14.
13, 14.
Like, my mom was like, why your clothes look like that?
Right.
And it's like, I told her what happened. And it wasn't like, that was terrible. Who those, what's the boy's name? What's their names? It wasn't like that. It was like, what time were you supposed to be home?
Right.
Forget all that.
Like it's dark, right?
I told your butt to be home
it's
right
dark,
now.
right?
So,
But none of this be going on if you would have got home on time.
If you would have came on time, yep.
So I got in the house, right? There about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and they, my mom, my dad just in there chilling, like, Mom, like, she just going off, right? The dudes come to the door. Like, it's a small community, probably top 30,000 people in that city at the time, right? So they come to my house, and Fred, like, I'm sorry. Look, I didn't push him in. Stefan did. And he like, I'm on probation. I can't afford to get in trouble and all this stuff, So he was apologizing. And, of course, my mom and my dad was like, well, if he would have been home when he was supposed to, it's wouldn't have happened.
Still on you. Still the blame on you.
Parent logic doesn't lose.
So it's like, they ain't even, look, they ain't even.
That's good parenting, though, for real, man. That's staying on your butt for the drama.
Oh, man.
Get away from me next time.
So it was like that. And I was like, yeah, I got it. Like, if I would have been where I was supposed to be at and everything. So I remember that day, man, and that was one of my important lessons about water. That obviously you do what you're supposed to do, and you'll have less trouble.
Right, water won't move you then, huh?
No, that's good.
But I love being in water. In fact, I don't think I can really live in a city that doesn't have a nice water body. That's one of the reasons I love Cleveland, man. I love Lake Erie, man. There's nothing like going out there. Sometimes in the morning, I will go downtown and I will go down by the lake and just sit on the rock and just watch the water, man. I'll do that.
I used to have an apartment.
Even in the wintertime.
I used to have an apartment off Lakeshore, and I missed that apartment, man, because I just used to be able to enjoy the lakefront so much more. Now I stay south, going towards Akron area, and so I rarely get to experience the lake. But I think so many people really forget about the lakefront. Living in northeastern Ohio, they don't really take advantage of it as much. And of course, because of the seasons, in the wintertime, it's hard to experience it like that. But man, I take advantage of any opportunity to go over there.
Yeah, man, because it is relaxing and soothing. And by the way, out there on that south side, even though it's not it's not the lake, but you got the Brandywine Falls.
Well, yeah.
And I like going out there, walking out there, watching it falls. Actually, I went out there in the cold in the winter, and just with snow and everything.
I've enjoyed the falls.
That was
was
nice. And Blue Hand Falls. Have you ever been to Blue Hand Falls?
Where is that?
That's out in Peninsula, and that one's like dope, man, because it's like a horseshoe, and you can go down there in it, and there's a lot of rocks. And the falls is small, but you can just sit on the rocks and listen to the water.
Okay,
and it's flowing past you and everything. Yeah, it is so.
So that's like Euclid Creek,
nice,
man.
Yeah,
Euclid Creek was always
Euclid
one of my
Creek.
go-tos too. When I couldn't get to the lakefront, Euclid Creek. So yeah, our metro parks do have nice little creeks and rivers.
Do.
Yeah,
they do.
You can appreciate them. But if you ever in Cleveland, obviously, you want to check out the lake. But Blue Hand Falls, you want to check out Brandywine Falls, and these are more intimate falls. They're not like huge and not like
Niagara or anything.
Niagara,
Lower your expectations.
Lower your expectations. But the appreciation, the calmness of it, the way it makes you feel, because it's in the wooded area, everything, and you can sit down there in it, and the water's just flowing, and
walk, walk ravines,
you can walk through there. It's so dope. I love to spend time in there, but. I obviously in this episode we're talking about some things that we can learn from water, and of course I learned from water. I better listen to my mom and my daddy. They tell me to be home before it get dark. And the point in that was, listen, hey, the reason why we want you to be home before it get dark because people are gonna start drinking and smoking and all those kind of things, and we don't want you getting exposed to that. Yeah. So we want you to be home before it gets too late. That's So. Obviously, I learned what was one of my distractions. It is what it is.
Hard lesson. Hard lesson,
man.
right?
You gotta learn them in life.
Gotta learn.
Hard lesson.
But I asked y'all the question, man, about the river, man. And I
Yeah.
was curious, man, because I thought this was important. Like, can you step on the same river twice?
Yeah, no. You can't do it because like I mean that's the beauty of the water, of the movement, you know what I mean? Like if you go in it at any point, and even if it could be the same time of day, same exact location, same spot, it's like it's flowing, you know what I mean? It's flowing, so it's always something different, it's always something unique. It's always like literally in a literal sense, a different experience. And I think that's like almost the lesson we got to like take from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't got to be stagnant. It moves, and the way that the water moves too, right? Like it bobs and weaves, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
I agree, because it just made me think, man. I learned a valuable lesson one time. I was in some water, and I had some sunglasses on, and they came off, and I couldn't find them, man. And I was looking for about an hour in this water trying to find my sunglasses, and ain't no telling where it flowed off to.
Right,
But
right.
because of like what you just said, because it's constantly flowing, I'm steady looking in the same area
Yep.
where I was, where it came off
not
at.
there anymore.
And man, it's probably 2 miles down,
Right.
down the road, man,
Right.
on me. So yeah, I agree with what you said. There's no way you can do it because it's constantly renewing itself. It's constantly flowing.
Yeah. With that being said, so we could say that water is the element of change.
Yeah.
It is the element of change, and it tells us that in order to grow, and we have to change. And even our body, you think every particle of our body over time, all our organs, they're changing over time. They're not the same. Are you the same person last year that you are today?
No, not at all.
We're constantly changing. It's like you
Yeah.
can't put your foot on that same water twice.
Right.
You a day later, you're not the same person.
Yeah.
This moment is informing change.
Literally. That's good.
It's,
Yeah.
it's informing change. It's
Yeah.
adjusting the way we think and feel and the way we experience life. Our organs, our very particles are constantly changing,
Yeah.
transforming.
And how much of the human body is made up of water?
Yeah.
Like 60,
Like, yeah.
58 to 60% or more.
So
Yep.
that just speaks to it right
Yep.
there,
Yeah,
man.
so-
we are
Yeah.
made of
Yeah.
change.
We
Yeah,
are made of
a
change.
movement.
Movement, constant movement from our very atoms. We're in constant motion. So we have to understand. That's one of the things about water that's important. But let me ask y'all another question, since we got that down. What do you think happens when water obviously has to flow in order for there to be change? But sometimes water will be still. And why do you think that happens? That's the first question. Why do you think water will be still sometimes? Thinking about a river. And if a river becomes still, what is going to happen? Why, and then what is going to happen as a result if it keeps being still?
I mean, I think about the fact of like when you're standing there, and let's say like there's like high rocks or something, you know what I'm saying, and it like it has that blocking that flow. Everything that's like hitting up against that rock, like it has to adapt. You know what I mean? Like in some type of way, like it has to move different or adapt, especially if it's something like live coming up, right? Like if you think about like a fish coming down, or anything like that or whatever. But like the part about it is like it can be still, for that moment, but at some point in that adaptation, like it still has to be able to like flow. I remember like this is like crazy scientific cool. But I remember watching like National Geographic, and it was talking about like how like the salmon like flow for like the this was like brown bears or something like that or whatever. And it was so crazy because it was literally given like how they have to flow, because if they don't, then not only do they not get fed, but they don't like spread their eggs and stuff like that, right? So it's like it could be stuck for a minute, but at some point, if it doesn't happen, like you risk the potential of death.
Gotcha.
Isn't
That's
that
good.
crazy?
That's good.
Yeah.
What you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, you really had me thinking with that one, because I mean, I just like, and in comparison it to the human experience, I looked at it like it would have to be kind of almost like a meditative period for water to like have stillness. So like she said, it could only be like momentarily, because eventually something's going to happen. A leaf is going to touch it. A rock is going to hit it. Something's going to make it flow. But the moment of stillness is almost like a meditative time frame, like where it would be so peaceful and just calm, where it could just have the ability to be still.
Okay. I like what y'all saying. So those are things are good, but what if something happens, like, so when we think about this metaphorically, right? We think about the body, the mind, the soul, and the spirit, and we think about the water flowing through from one point to another point, like the river flowing from the Alleghenies through the Mississippis, and you know, the water has to flow. But when there's blockages there, so you know, obviously, if there's blockages, y'all talked about meditation, and y'all talked about how it's gonna hit against the rock and it's gonna push through. But I'm curious about this. Is it possible that if something was blocking the flow, could it be something that would lead to maybe there being a flood?
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
It backs up.
It backs up, backing up,
Yep.
a flood backing up. And if that's the case, then also, is it possible for us, speaking metaphorically again, as we, mind, body, spirit, and soul, sometimes we can get backed up in our life with things that keeps our energy, keeps our water from flowing from one place to the other. Y'all see me?
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
So what do you think is some of the things that could prevent our water from flowing as it should? Mind, body, spirit, and soul.
The mind.
Yeah.
The mind.
The thought.
The thought of not allowing yourself to flow, because whatever you allow your mind to get stuck in,
Yeah.
whatever roadblock you allow to come in your way, where it's just like, man, I can't get past this moment.
Yeah.
I can't get past this. Whatever this blockage is stopping you from flowing.
Could we say that could be thought process? Could we say that could be shame, guilt, doubt?
I mean, I think a trauma.
A trauma?
Trauma is a major, blockage and hindrance, right? I mean,
sure.
some people, like you could experience something, at 7, 8 years old, and you stay stuck in that place, and still be adulting, growing, you know what I'm saying, and it could come back up, you know what I mean, like that experience, like it can stain you. If you're thinking about it. So it can really be so detrimental, like if you, even like when you think about like the blockage and like the overflow, right? And the spilling out, right? And going everywhere, like in a manner, if you're thinking about chaos, like in your life, right? Because, a lot of times when these things occur, it bleeds out in other areas, right? So now your relationships are affected, your health is affected, you messed up mentally, you know what I mean? So it could affect so many things when there's no forward movement.
So
Yeah.
this ain't like when David said, "My cup runneth over." This is like flooding.
Yeah.
Because
Danger.
danger because the water ain't flowing like it's supposed to from one place to another. So could it also be things you've learned from your family
Oh,
and your community of how you're supposed to be. I mean, I could imagine that that could play a major role. The way you've learned about money, the way you've learned about spirituality, the way you've learned to deal with failure. All those things could prohibit you from being able to flow like you need to.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
she said, I mean, that could
Trauma.
be a generational trauma.
Yeah.
Yep,
You know,
exactly.
learned, passed down wrong behaviors on how to handle when life situation shows up.
Yep.
You know, and it just made me think when you bringing these scenarios up of people who I've witnessed have a flow in life, and then when that tragic thing happens, it's just like this just chaos.
Yeah.
You know, turns into the flow that they had naturally going because they don't know how to navigate through when the turmoil arises. So, yes, I agree with that completely.
And it was crazy. Some people may have had these things blocking their flow for so long, it has become ego-sustaining for them or so comfortable for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they don't even realize that, oh, that blockage, that's a blockage. You don't have to have that there. It's normal for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Cause you become accustomed to it. You know what I mean? What's the brain's job is like function. You know what I mean? I'm going to survive. I'm going to keep you living. And so like, why have to change anything like in those moments? You know what I mean? Like I'm here, you know, so that becomes your new norm and you exist in that space, without like, being exposed. For some reason, I thought about like the fact that like, if I have this and let's say something occurs in it, like just to give an image, because I'm a vision person, right? If I sit it there and I spit in this and I contaminate it, and then I'd be like, here you go, Ma, take this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good.
But this is what I expect to sustain you. I've given you something that really I've contaminated, and I want this to sustain you. Now you're impacted by this, right? And that's almost like the same way that like generational trauma works. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm giving you this, and I realize it. And I know sometimes in therapy, the dilemma as a therapist you often have is people come to you, and we're trying to get people to explore their own personal philosophy and challenge beliefs and attitudes that they have that might get in the way of their own individual goals. But sometimes getting them to see that blockage is so
oh my gosh
hard.
Yes. Yeah, because they don't recognize it. They don't recognize it.
They don't recognize it. And trying to find ways to get them to see it so they can walk through it, trying to get them to, trying to mirror their thoughts, their feelings, their ideas, their goals, and how this thing makes them feel. Because we can talk about the emotional experience, but then the question is, what are these emotions teaching you? What are they saying? The emotional mind and the emotional mind and the rational mind becoming the wise mind.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
How do you take these things to help you move forward versus being stuck in it? And that's keeping your water from being able to flow.
Yeah,
right? It's important.
I was thinking about Katrina, and how it had to take years and years of them not addressing the levee, and making sure that it didn't come to the point where the levee broke, and whatever turbulence that it experienced over those years, they kind of just continue to bypass it until the point where it broke, and then utter chaos, occurred. After that. And so it's just like going back to your earlier point, it's like if years and years, if you don't address things the right way and continue to just allow yourself to try to flow through the turbulent times, it's like eventually it's going to come to that point where it's going to break. Yeah. And so, I haven't been to New Orleans since I've been pre-Katrina. I haven't been post-Katrina, but I just remember, man, how that affected so many people's lives.
Exactly.
Man, and how many people, you even had refugees that came to as far as up to here to Cleveland,
Yeah.
you know, to
I
escape
remember.
that situation where who knows, had they addressed it the right way, it
Yeah.
could be a whole different life for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And what you're saying that it leads us to another important lesson with water, because what happens when a drip is not addressed?
When the drip is not addressed.
Yeah.
When a drip is not
Now
addressed.
you going plumbing.
Yeah. When switch.
Now you going plumbing.
Flip.
And it could be some plumbing issues,
Man,
boy. I've
listen.
had some in my life.
Right.
For sure, man. You better address it early.
You better address it early, because if you don't address the dripping water, the longer you wait to
Yep.
address it, the more damage
That is
you're
that.
going to have to.
Talking about
They-
mold and
Yeah.
all
yeah.
types of stuff they can.
Yeah.
It might have big holes and
Right.
expensive repairs.
Absolutely.
Because you didn't address it. You thought, oh, it'll be okay. You kept
Yeah.
letting it go. You kept letting it drip. You kept letting it. You see it's dripping.
Right.
You're aware that it's a problem, but
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh, it'll be all right. It's just a drip.
No, it's cool because you put the bowl under it to
Yeah,
catch
the
it.
bowl
You know
under
what
it.
I mean? And then so now it's caught, so it's
How
better,
many remedies
right?
do we have?
Man,
Yeah.
before we actually like take care of the issue, and even the quality of how you address it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a dripping, maybe I put this Band-Aid on it. I mean, it might last for a little bit, but you know what I mean? But if I don't actually address it like in a proper manner to like to cause it to stop, I'm still gonna have another issue.
Yeah, I'm still gonna have another. I'm still gonna have another issue and everything. So I don't go to the doctor like I'm supposed to. Yeah, it's just a drip.
Yep.
It's that. That this person
I
just
took a
acting
pill.
like that. Yeah, what I mean? Like, it's a drip.
I took a
we
pill.
can't-
Yeah.
we can't do that, man. Right?
Yeah.
We gotta we gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Hey, one more thing. Obviously, the mind, body, and soul, and the water flowing and the drip. So imagine I had a water bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was shaking the water bottle up, just shaking it up. So me shaking the water bottle up, when I stop shaking the water, what does it do? It comes back to what?
I mean, eventually it settles.
It settles.
Still.
It becomes still.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if I had a pop and I shook it up, I shook it up, I shook it up, I shook it up, I shook it up. And then I stopped shaking it. What's gonna happen?
Well, if you open the top,
Right.
it's going to explode.
Right. What you doing?
Feel like it may taste good, but in reality, it's messy, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
But the reality of it is water. When you think about it, is even though it's flowing, it's really trying to move to a space of calmness.
Yeah.
Whereas a pop, it's going to be
Reactive.
Yeah.
So being like water is like being proactive. It's like going to the doctor. It's like putting your keys in the right place. It's
Absolutely.
like staying on top of your finances. It's like making sure you got good tires in your car. It's like being selectively single. It's like
Message.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Be like water, not pop.
It's like being able to adapt to changes
Absolutely.
and managing yourself and being able to come back to a calm place where like pop is gonna be messy, and when you shake it up or you have to go through, it's reacting. It's like not doing the things I just said. It's very opposite. Not caring about where I put my cars or making sure I iron my clothes at night and get organized or get prepared for the week and having a schedule. It's just I'm just reacting to everything.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And so now you got a mess.
Yep.
And I think it's important. In fact, I did a long time ago. I did a TikTok. I don't know if you can add it into this on that whole thing of this is pop and this is water. And I shook up the pop and I opened it up. It spilled on me. I drank it. But the water was calm. It was calm.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That might be my next tattoo, man. I might get be like water, not pop. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. That's a good analogy,
Be like
though.
water.
Be like,
I can't say pop. It's soda, but you know.
soda.
I feel
Yeah, that's right. That's
Y'all
right.
down south,
Yeah,
folk, man. We pop.
Yeah, but that's it, man. Well, I mean, I think, and if we could say something else about water that I think is really important to say, I mean, in talking about water being, water stays true to what it is because I don't care what form
Yeah.
you put it in. Check this out.
Yep.
You can turn it into ice, it'll come back
can.
to water. You can
Steam.
evaporate it, it'll condensate, come back to water.
Right.
Yeah.
It can dissolve other things. Like, you know, it's one of the great solvents. You can put anything in it, you know, but it's still water.
Right.
And I guess,
water.
you know, ultimately, at the end of the day, when you say be water, it's like you can be yourself. You can be who
Absolutely.
you are. No matter what you go through, you can still come back to the space that you need to be. You can flow like you need to flow if you being true to yourself.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man.
I had to tell my daughter the other day to stop eating snow though. Because she was smashing some snow the other day, and I'm like, if you really knew what was in snow,
there,
like you think about people's spit and who's pee on the ground, and it all evaporates. Got science on it. It evaporates, freezes, and then comes back down in the form of pretty little snowflakes. You know what I'm saying? So don't eat snow.
Yeah,
But it
That's a good
still is
one.
water.
That's still water.
But,
Yeah.
but down south, or someplace, you ever heard of snow cream?
No.
Well, people used to make snow cream out of it, man. It's like ice cream made with snow.
You still was eating somebody's spit?
Yeah, that's
Off
still
the ground?
diabolical. Yeah.
Like literally snow. Like they didn't
Snow
make
Yeah.
cream. Yeah, man. People make snow cream.
Steam it or something. I don't know.
You gotta
Throw some
decontaminate it, man.
throw some vanilla and stuff in it, man. And
Put the flavor in
there's
it.
a flavor in it called snow cream, man.
Flavor
Take you
contamination.
some
But they
ice,
said that
man.
you can't do it on the first snow. You got to do it on the like second or third snow.
Really? The second or
That's still
third
the
snow is
start.
cleaner?
Yeah, so like
It's supposed to be cleaner.
it's supposed to be clean.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's science.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's still creepy.
No judgment, because I used to
judgment.
smash snow when I was growing up.
You
man.
did?
As a
Like
kid,
just eating.
man, that was like lunch.
What?
That's terrible.
That's wild.
That's terrible.
That's
We
wild.
used to smash the fresh snow though. The first snow, not after people been walking
Walking
on
on
it
it
and
and
stuff.
trampled.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
after we got about early
Yeah.
Cleveland days in the '80s, we get snow up to about
Yeah.
15 inches. This be crazy. Like literally.
I still go home and rinse out. You know what I mean?
rinse out afterwards? I
Yeah,
hear you,
yeah.
man.
Just for old time's sake.
Just for
I
old
hear you.
time's sake.
I hear you.
Man, and if you have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
This is
Look,
true.
y'all got anything else on this? I think this was good.
No,
man. I
that
think
was
it
good.
Good. Y'all be water. All right, be true to yourself.
Be like water.
And let it flow. Let it flow. Like us. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. Listen, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. Bye, y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.